Welcome back to the Town's End, and I'm gonna cook a multi-serving meal tonight out of leftover things around the house that we have. You know, it's something you do if something comes up and tightens your budget a little too much and you want to stretch things for the, last couple weeks in a month. So I looked through my stuff and I pulled a few things out, and there's only one or two items that are actually recently purchased, and the rest are surprisingly old, some of them, including the pasta, the wheat pasta that I had forgotten we had, brought from where I lived last year, and then it was at least a year old. So we're talking it's a little over 2 years old. But it's been in this thing the whole time with an old cup of Dad's he used to serve it. Still in here. I mean, doesn't look rotten, just very dry. So we're gonna see if it tastes horrible when it's cooked. But there's so many other ingredients too, just to make something that's also nutritious. Okay, so here's one ingredient I need to start cooking, which is the last 3 patties of this Walmart stack of frozen burgers. It's not frozen anymore because I took it out this morning and let it thaw. Alright, but first things, if you have any bracelets or rings on, obviously don't be stupid like me and forget to even take them off. Don't need meat juice and other things all over your stuff. Alright, let's see. Alright. See, Albie's here watching me cook. Can't see him, he's on the floor. I might randomly pick him up in a little bit just to give him some camera time. Alright, I'm gonna break up the patties. I also put a little oil in here. And then the spaghetti water. Out of olive oil, so I put a little vegetable oil. These are lean burgers, so there's not a lot of fat in them. But that's okay. I don't have a lot of chopped vegetables to add or things like that, but I do have a canned vegetable, and I do have seasonings, let's see, garlic and onion powders, which I will add. Trying to break it up. Don't need giant chunks of meat in this. Also, yeah, turn the pasta water on. So it's boiling sometime soon. Alright. So far so good. I'm glad it was okay, just frozen a while. But not freezer burned and not rotten. Just forgotten about behind other things for a little while. I can use a little more garlic than that. There we go. A little bit of onion powder. Tiny sprinkling of MSG. A little regular sodium, and some black pepper. Alright, leave this for after. Alright. A little smoke coming off. Cleaned the stove earlier, but I might have missed something on the burner, I guess. I didn't see it. Whatever it is burning off, so I turned the fan on low because we don't need a false fire alarm going off. Just from a little burnt whatever, noodles or something that was dropped. Jack cooks a lot of ramen, so could be a piece from that. Let's see. Okay, I also want to put a little bit of this. Pretty good. of sauce. This is my spaghetti sauce, which is 3 cheese, so it's not very acidic, even though it still has tomato in it. And I'm putting cream of mushroom in as part of the sauce. Also, when everything's almost done, I'm going to add these green beans to the finished product, so there's a little extra vegetable in there, even though it is canned. Alright. As I was saying, I don't have a lot of sauce, so there's this mild salsa I found that I never used. And I think that will make the sauce go a little further, but still be watered down enough that the sauce won't be too acidic. Alright. Getting there. Now, the water is not boiling though. But I do want to measure how much, and not with an old mug. Alright. Ah, that was great. Need a little more, so dump half a cup on the floor. That's how that works. Alright, noodle garbage. It's as high as possible so that water can start boiling. That'd be great. That should help. Turn down the meat and up the water. You know what? I think I'm going to cook the salsa in, so because it's pretty chunky. This will make it a little more saucy. All right. I'll add the other ones after it's done. The meat's mostly done. There's still a few rare spots, but it's staying pretty hot. So it'll cook. All right. So, you know how I've been having some medical issues with my stomach and esophagus that I've had some appointments for. Temporarily picked up a second job just to help pay for the co-pays and medical bills that are accumulating from that. Trying out door dashing, which I posted a couple videos about the first day that I went out, and Jack came with me. I did some more this morning, and I'm going to do some this evening before I quit, just to get a couple more hours in. So, you know, if you hit the peak hours, it makes a difference. Definitely better during peak. You tried since yesterday when it wasn't peak. All right. Okay, come on. Cook up. There we go. I think this is fine. They do look a little different than I remember them, but it's not moldy because they're too dry, you know? See? I don't know. They look a little different, but hopefully not in a way that matters or affects the flavor. Add a little cream of mushroom to this. Mix up. Come on now. Cream of mushroom soup with mild salsa and 85% lean hamburger meat. And only 2 items left to add for the final product after the noodles are done is the regular sauce I bought and some green beans in a can. The green beans I've had for a few weeks in a can on the shelf. The sauce I did buy not that long ago. For a spaghetti night I didn't end up using it for. But the pasta is very old. Hamburger, you know, it was in the freezer, so as long as it didn't get freezer burned, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't look too old, doesn't look freezer burned, so it's fine. You can tell if it has been. Trust me, when you pull it out of the freezer. It looks pretty gross when it's freezer burned. Show you what the sauce looks like so far. So I'm going to put that, you know, with those wheat noodles. Let's see how that water's doing. Ooh, we're almost out of oil. We're close. A little more oil in that water. And a little bit of salt. All right. Almost boiling. Almost time for the noodles. And this spoon is wooden. That's why I let it rest like this on the side. I know sometimes someone might mention it in the comments, but yeah, I wouldn't do that with plastic, or honestly, if I was cooking anything really a lot hotter than this. But I don't have a little spoon dish, or if I used to have one, I don't know where I put it. But yeah, I just got to get one of those spoon cozy. All right. All right. Water's close enough to boiling to add the noodles. Stop dumping on the floor, that'd be great. I think we need a better storage device that's actually designed for pouring. For frickin' pasta. So I don't have to sweep the floor every time I make pasta. Two and a half of these. That's enough. Enough for now. And it should make enough food. Alright. Now I'm just going to let it get to a boil again. Stir it a little so the oil that's floating on the water actually touches the noodles. I mean, you want it to get on all of them. So yeah, I stir it a little, make sure the oil that I added gets on all the noodles. Shut it so it'll boil a little bit faster. Alright, this looks pretty good. Sauce is mixed a lot better, so it's instead of being blotchy red and white, it's actually turned into a nice creamy looking orange. You know, pastel, not not shiny. Don't worry, it's not. Doesn't look like acrylic shiny orange. It looks more like closer to tomato soup, but a little lighter than tomato soup. A little more orange than tomato soup. Like putting too much milk in your tomato soup would do. All right. The meat's done. I'm just going to turn it down. And hope the pasta comes alright. I don't want to bore you guys with too long a video. It's only been 15 minutes. How about I do a short video afterwards when it's all together. You've seen the ingredients and you see it basically 2/3 of the way done. I'm running out of things to babble about while I'm cooking, but I will just take a quick short video to put up of the what it looks like when it's done, and maybe a little taste test when it's all together. But yeah, thank you for coming, and please like, comment, subscribe, share this if you found it interesting, entertaining in any way, and share it with others if you know anyone that likes random amateur cooking videos. Otherwise, I'll see you soon here on the Town's End.